Okay, big news, huge. Feeling really, really good, neurofeedback wise. Today I had an EMDR session. I had my second time at EMDR with Cheryl, and today was more downloading and talking and backstory, origin story stuff for me. We have not done actual EMDR with the light and the following. We haven't done that yet. We'll do that next time. So I went and did that, and then I stopped for lunch, and then I came to neurofeedback. I have been practicing my 5 minutes a day of just sitting calmly as I can, trying to quiet my mind, trying to find some inner quiet for that 5 minutes. And I really think that today shows that has been working, that the practicing of that the rehearsal process of doing that over and over has helped. Because today in session, I felt that a lot calmer. And in my mind, when I found thoughts coming up, as they do, it was, can I do anything about that right this moment? No, I can't. And I would let that thought go. I didn't continue to focus on it and ruminate on it. And so then I found myself in a nice comfortable position in the chair. There's a footstool too, and so I leaned it back pretty far, because the monitor is there's one on each earlobe, and then there's one kind of up here, so it's not like I'm leaning on it. So I was able to lean the chair back, and I had my feet up on the footstool. Actually, it was kind of like a figure 4 situation. It's funny because I realized, I was wait, I kind of sleep like this sometimes. So I was getting to a safe, comfortable position with my body, just organically. It's just kind of what happened. And then I felt myself within the session finding that mindset, that feel of about to fall asleep. Now that's going against that hypervigilance, right? Being able to feel safe in a space where, it helps that I've been here so many times, but also the familiarity of my surroundings. So yes, that helps. But more than that, it's usually if I would hear the door open, or I'd hear someone at the desk outside, or I would hear something, it would kind of jolt me a little bit and pull me back into then whatever thought processing I was doing. And then I would be thinking to myself, okay, well, he's going to come in at the end of 30 minutes. I don't really want to be asleep. I want to make sure I'm awake and here and present, and not so it was just wanting to be in control, wanting to be so aware of my surroundings and everything that was happening, just in case. And that's that hypervigilance. But today I thought to myself, well, okay, I guess worst case scenario, I fall asleep, or maybe that's even best case scenario because I'm that relaxed. He'll come in, and when he turns the light on, I'll wake up. It will wake me up. I'm not worried about that. And so then with that being said in my mind, I was able to quiet the outside noises too. It's not like I wasn't hearing them, I was, but it was less of a jolting, jarring, I knew it had nothing to do with me, and I was whatever, it's fine. And then it's I would see in my mind's eye, because it's it's waves rolling, it's birds cawing, there's different gong noises in the sound situation that I'm doing on the headphones. And it's I felt myself focusing on that, it's so hard to explain. It wasn't holding on to a thought, which is that green processing one that's always so high for me. I'm at a 10 when usually people are at a 2 or 3. Instead of that, it's I felt instead of focusing on a thought or anything in particular, or to-do list or anything, it was within having my eyes closed, being able to see the diving into the nothing, and having that visual of of letting go, of like letting like water, I'm floating on water and I'm not, and I'm like diving into and I'm pushing in through that feeling, like that cusp. Do you know what I mean? Where you feel like you're about to fall asleep and you're relaxed. So I was like, I know that relaxed sense of relaxed feeling physically is what means. I know that now neurologically that means my alpha waves are high. That's what I want to lean into. So when I felt that moment, I was like, cool, let's lean into that. Let's like visualize like moving into that like space. And it freaking worked. Like that, I did it. I felt the calmest, I felt the most like relaxed I've been for sure ever in neurofeedback. And it was really wild and wonderful because I ended up just kind of like cyclically going through that. So it was like, I feel really relaxed and stuff. And if whatever would happen to kind of like pull me out of that, I would get back there and I would go back into that calm, relaxed, like. Anyway, it was wild because he came in and he asked, he's like, how do you feel? I was like, well, I feel the most relaxed I've been. And then we looked at the map and sure enough, the first thing I said, because it's this like teal color is the alpha waves and you want those high within the session. And it was wild because all the other predictors are down here, like the yellow anxiety marker, the green processing one that's usually really high. They were all low, way lower for me than they've been before. And the alpha was the only one, which is great, that was up and high. And he pulls it up. I go, look at how high that alpha is. And he was like, yeah. And he was showing me the different ones. And so anyway, I just feel like my brain has learned to do it. I know I can do it. There's something about being over that hump of like, I can find that sense of calm within myself without really needing to like fall asleep right that moment, because like feeling that relaxed sense I can now hopefully utilize that. Anyway, I'm just feeling really good about it. Yay.